CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code
Guys, the Chickens here, back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have some of our last choices to make in Season 18. Actually, these will be our last choices pretty well. So we basically have, like, there's pretty well one option. So it's either we're going to go to 70R or we're going to try to get the last prototype. And I don't think at this point, since I went back and got other stuff, I don't think I'm even going to have enough keys to get to 7. Given that there's only going to be... how many? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 chests, 20 keys, 6 times 2, 120. Yeah, so I probably just have enough to get to 7. Or maybe 7 and then another prototype, but nothing past that. So what I'm going to do instead is we're actually going to unlock Brick, then we're going to unlock Grenadiers, and then we're going to go this way. And I'm going to get, I don't know, probably another Grappler. I don't see a lot of people running a double grappler, so we'll see if that pans out to be anything. But I also got the gunboat energy, so we're going to max that out and see if that can push us over the top for right now. It hasn't been easy. It's been rough pushing. It's been rough seas for sure. So we're going to try to make the best out of what we got here. So the meta hasn't changed. 1, 2, 3. We're still doing the same attack. It's hit and miss. I mean, you know. For the most part, it does pretty okay, but, okay, let's shock there, shock there. You know, put the good doctor out now. The extra GB should help us, for 2 things. 1, for getting more value to Seekers, and 2, for having more gunboat energy to use barrage and artillery to take down engine rooms. So I'm hoping that that remains to be true. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go. Let's let them take out these 2 engines, and then we'll go down here with the Seekers. I'll throw 1 boat of critters there. And yeah, so by the time they run to those flags, hopefully that engine on the right is down. If we got so many troops on it, there's nothing else to shoot at. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. They're going to turn now. That actually worked out okay. And they're going to go this way, so we're going to shock here. 1, 2. I think we're going to hit that shock mine. That does not look like 3 boats of Seekers. Where did they all go? I lost a lot of them in the mines, I guess. Shock there. Okay, so what we're going to have to do now, it looks like, is take down the Sky Shield. 1, 2, 3, because we're going to have to flare to that soon. So 2 barrage, 3 artillery, takes that down nice and quick. We need a little bit more bombers on the right if we're just going to free clear and then flare. So we didn't get the best spread in the world, but we'll try to make it work. Okay. I'm just going to throw a medkit down here just in case those bombers get clipped because Kavan is somewhere else. Okay. We're looking somewhat okay here, I think. Let's knock this shock launcher down. And as soon as this engine on the right goes down, we can flare over here. So I'm going to use 1 barrage, 1 artillery, 2 artilleries. 150, that's a terrible time. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. But we screwed up with the Seekers, so I mean, if we were able to get those in a better look, then we probably would have been okay. We had a, this attack was a little bit better. It was still a bad time. But actually, that wasn't very good. What was one of the ones that was nice? 213. J-Roz, that was the last video, wow. Okay, let's show you guys this one. This was just a little bit ago. But yeah, you see it's the same thing. So, land the choppers, you know, shock the boom cannons. I find delay dropping Kavan has been helping a little bit just because we don't want him to run up at the front of the line when there's all these defenses still available. I threw the Seekers out a little bit earlier than usual here, and it worked out pretty well. This guy didn't really have anything protecting his engine room, so by the time the Seekers got down to the back, they were able to just go 1, 2, 3 and knock them out real quick. So, you know, the more I've been playing towards the end of this season, I think 4 days ago I should have stopped. I should have just stopped playing it, which is kind of weird to say that, like, sometimes the best strategy in Warships is to simply not be playing. You know, whether that's because you don't, I didn't mean to drop them on top of each other. Whether that's because you don't have effective tech or, you know, it's just not a great time to be pushing. Like, it just hasn't been a great time to be pushing right now. You're getting matched up with guys that have a little bit more stuff than you, and you know, it's just kind of slow. It's just kind of slow at the moment. So I think for this one, what we'll do is we'll wait till we take out this engine, then we'll throw the Seekers out and let them clear this way. And extra barrage and artillery. I don't know, kind of. Really? Okay, so this attack's done because I flared by mistake to go over there, I guess. I don't even know how that happened. Whenever I move around on the screen, you can't see it, but I always put my fingers outside of the boundary lines specifically so that doesn't happen. Because it happens all the time where I go to throw something out and then... or I just go to move and I end up throwing out gunboat abilities. Obviously, you never want that to happen. But it happens sometimes, so let's go. Let's go like this, and 1, 2, 3. And I'm not sure where the Seekers are gonna go. If they're gonna stay left or go right. They're gonna be right on this wall, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I guess they're going this way, and that means, oh, Kavan's down. Man, what a horrible attack. Okay. 2. Go. I mean, even if we keep the Seekers alive at this point, it's gonna take us way too long to get through. We're gonna hit shock mines and stuff. Oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Just brutal. Just absolutely brutal. 2 things screwed me up there. 1 was the flare at the top, and 2 was I somehow lost Kavan. I think so yeah, I flared at the top by mistake, and I put Kavan out way too late. So I don't know. He just kind of went in a weird path. Oh man. This season cannot end soon enough. It turned into such a grind at the end. Yeah. Like, I liked this meta. It was fun. Especially because there's like a few different ways to go at it. It's not just the same thing. I know I'm using the same thing, but that's just what I'm kind of most comfortable with. But I don't know. It just got so hard to progress towards the end of the season. It kind of sucked the fun out of it. I guess it's always kind of like that to an extent, but typically in the longer seasons, you know, you get it kind of fixes that problem of where it becomes like such a crunch at the end of the season, because it's a little bit more spaced out, it's a little bit more fair, people have more tech, more time to upgrade things, so it's less kind of, you know, how many keys you have, which it is a little bit more in some of the shorter seasons. But anyways. Okay, let's go let's switch this up a little bit. Let's bring in more bombers and more choppers. Let's see if that helps at all. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to get a nice spacing here. Let's shock. Look at that. I was late on shocking the boom cannons, and we've already lost basically 2 heavy choppers. Which isn't really a bad thing. I mean, it shouldn't really matter too much, especially if we lose some of these heavies, we can bring them back right here with second wind. So we'll do a nice triple wind right off the start. And then what do we want to do? I think I'm going to try to stay to the right. And I think I'm going to try to take down this engine with barrage and artillery. Let's see if this is going to work. It would have been nice to have just one boat of Seekers or something, but I think we'll be okay. We're at 3 minutes and we're already looking at the last kind of few flares, so this seems to be working a little bit better. I think one more artillery should take that out. Okay, we'll let them free clear from there. It still didn't take it out. Okay, yeah, this is working much better. So this was because he didn't have a ton of engines at the back. He only had those 2. Come on. Who's going to take it down first? And boom, 233. That was better. That was better. Let's see how we're doing on defense. Okay. So I don't know. You know, maybe like it just depends, right? Like if he's got, if it's more like my base where I've got those 3 engines at the back and they're not really covered well by anything, you know, this kind of setup's gonna be better for seekers to mix in a few seekers. But if not, then it's not like you have to. So I mean, you got to read the base. But honestly, if you guys are in a good position, it's a good time to park. So let me know what you think of that down below in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.